Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit pour une life et bienvenue pour ce troisième épisode de Retour vers le futur, le jeu. Voilà, normalement ce coup-ci c'est parti, je crois. Le témoin sur mon portable, il reste sur une image figée, c'est... Alors oui, non. C'est une autre application, on va voir si elle marche bien, parce que c'est une application libre en fait. Voir le live sur mon portable, mais bon, ça a pas l'air de marcher des masses. Un peu de la merde. Hop. Prendre l'application YouTube normale. Et bon, normalement, vous m'avez là, hein, ou dans le chat pour dire que vous entendez. N'hésitez pas. Voilà. Bon, bah, je crois qu'on est parti. Alors, désolé, hein, ce qui s'est passé, c'est que j'ai faire un petit tour sur l'Epic Store et c'est abominable à chaque fois que qu'on lance ce truc, il y a la mise à jour d'un certain jeu. Je vais peut-être faire un live découverte un jour qui, à chaque fois, il fait une mise à jour. Et beaucoup de mises à jour. Alors, bon, on va pouvoir lancer l'épisode. Allez, c'est bon, on a assez perdu de temps comme ça. Et oui, comme vous pouvez le voir, hein, j'ai pas mal refait l'habillage des lives. Voilà, je pense qu'on a j'ai enfin un truc qui convienne un peu, qui en plus de ça est plus en rapport avec l'habillage de la chaîne Twitch et même la bannière chaîne. Bah voilà, ça fera un truc un peu plus cohérent. Formidable. Hop, épisode 3. Qui pour moi est le plus intéressant de la série, franchement. Que tout fonctionne. Par contre, pourquoi le chat a encore disparu? Merci. À chaque fois, je dois remettre le jeu en français, bizarrement. Ah ouais, et ça, c'est pareil, je dois le réactiver à chaque fois. J'avais fait exprès de le mettre là avant le live. Une option qui reste pas activée, bizarrement. Donc c'est pour ça que j'étais surpris, mais c'est normal, entre guillemets. C'est pas moi qui oublie de le mettre à chaque fois. C'est bien lui qui la merde. Hop, oui, je suis novice, même si c'est pas vrai. Deux, trois fois, mais bon. Pas spécialement envie de galérer en live. Petit rappel de ce qui s'était passé. Point. Alors si vous reconnaissez le personnage, bravo. Vous connaissez le jeu, évidemment, c'est plus facile, mais... Ça fait un peu blague de boomer, je trouve, le fait que, comme elle avait le casque sur ses oreilles, elle a pas entendu ni la voiture, ni le crash sur le panneau. C'est un peu abusé. Mais bon, déjà, ils entendent pas la voiture voler dans l'épisode précédent, quand Doc est parti secourir Einstein, donc...
Doc!
Relax. We've got everything under control.
Sort de la machine à voyager dans le temps accidenté. Pour être accidenté, elle est bien accidentée, hein.
Citizen Brown. That's Doc, all right, but what the heck's going on here? Don't worry, everybody. I'm okay. The billboard broke my fall.
On peut aller dans la voiture, tiens.
What the hell?
Could you give me a... Jennifer?
Je sais pas pourquoi j'ai l'impression sur la photo, le visage était un peu squelettique.
This is the dumbest design ever.
Bonjour Evan.
Jennifer, I need some help.
Martin? It is you. Is that a DeLorean?
Well, yeah, it's a DeLorean. What else would it be?
How the hell did it get into the billboard like that?
Never mind that. Just give me a hand, okay?
C'est une longue histoire.
So who you supposed to be? Luke or Bo?
This isn't funny, Jennifer. Oh, man. What's the date?
What? That's something I should be asking you. You've probably wrecked your head.
Just
Ah bon?
what's the date, Jennifer?
It's the 15th,
The year?
1986. Duh.
Oh, man, this can't be happening. Jennifer, you look so different.
That's the general idea of being a nonconformist.
That's not what I meant.
What are you getting at?
What are you wearing, Jen? You look so...
Fed up? Keen eye you got there.
I was gonna say punk.
A whole world alien to the likes of you, dork.
Les explications arriveront après, hein, mais rassurez-vous.
What'd you do to your hair?
Helter skelter.
What?
It's the same hair dye I always use.
What's with the attitude?
I'm not having this argument again.
You've argued about this before? I'm guessing you won the argument.
Oh, dans le contexte, ça devait sûrement pas être un truc à dire, ça. Quand on avait commencé, elle a dû passer pour un sacré gros connard.
Never mind, I gotta get out of this car.
Good idea.
What are you doing down there?
Not that you'd ever understand it, but I'm doing my part to support the arts in Hill Valley. Anyway, what's the technical term for attempting to jump your DeLorean through a billboard? Where did you even get a DeLorean? Is it stolen?
That's a little complicated.
I bet.
Can you help me down?
Why don't you just jump?
I'll break my neck.
And
The door's jammed. Can you get it open?
I can't reach it. Besides, I'm not climbing under the car. It could come down on my head.
Could you call someone? A tow truck, maybe.
Get real. I'm in enough trouble already. I'm not gonna explain your DeLorean violating a billboard to anyone.
You got any rope you can toss me?
All I have is this rusty wrench thing I found in the dirt.
A tire iron. I think that'll do. Toss it here.
Putain,
back
elle
off,
sortie de son
Martin.
cul. Ça.
This is my whatchamacallit. What do you give me for it?
Franchement, quoi. Le hasard fait bien les choses, des fois.
May I please have the tire iron?
The tire who?
The big metal thing you're holding.
Oh, right. As soon as you offer up a decent trade.
Oh,
Bon, ça sert à rien d'assister avec les dialogues, il faut
Don't
effectivement
strain
lui
your
passer
brain,
quelque chose.
Godzilla.
oh, what gives? I thought I fixed Jennifer's existence. Like I want to remind anyone that the new me couldn't get a date to prom.
J'arrivais pas à quoi? Oh là là. Les dialogues vont toujours trop vite, hein, ça c'est chiant.
Like I want to remind anyone that the new me couldn't get a date to prom. Irving Kid Tannen. Jennifer! This is all I got.
Is there anything in it? Give it here. It smells like armpits and booze. Irving Kid Tannen, the gangster? Where the hell did you get this?
It's a long story. Can I just have the tire iron now?
Heads up!
Thanks. Oh, great. Now what? Oops.
Bah oui.
Oh.
Par contre, vous allez voir, l'épisode entier est basé sur un gros paradoxe temporel.
Well, your dorkness, my debt to society is paid. As for you, good luck with your car. Way to stick it to Big Brother. Just don't expect your sudden cry for attention to change anything between us, dig?
Doesn't change what? Look, Jennifer, I think there are some things we need to talk about. Hey, maybe you can give me a lift into town.
Oh, sure, Martin. Climb on in.
Hey, Jennifer, wait!
I told you, we're through, McFly. I'll never date such a square again.
My own girlfriend thinks I'm a square? Jesus, could this get any worse? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Doc, I could really use your help right about now.
Relax. We've got everything under control.
Ça m'étonne qu'il soit pas plus caché que ça la voiture. Hein. Passe par-dessus le mur pour pénétrer dans Hill Valley. La ville entière, il y a une espèce de gros mur là, donc on peut pas rentrer comme ça. Direct qu'il faut passer par au-dessus d'ailleurs. Un gros indice en soi, ils disent même pas essaye de rentrer dans Hill Valley.
Check, check. Sibilance, sibilance.
Who is this? Stop messing with the intercom.
Oh, hi. Can you buzz me in?
Visitors must check in at the north gate.
Oh, North Gate? I'm not walking clear around Hill Valley. There's gotta be another way.
Il va dire un truc assez marrant.
Dead. May 15th, 1986. Yeah, the date's right, but... That's not good. Man, this is the second time I've completely destroyed Doc's time machine. I just shouldn't be allowed to drive it anymore.
Personne, bah qui?
I don't really feel qualified to repair a nuclear reactor. Maybe it's still under warranty. Well, I guess technically it's way under warranty. 12 volts. Wait, this is the car battery? It must have been installed in 2015 with the Mr. Fusion. Still has plenty of juice.
Voilà, la roue est beaucoup mise en évidence, donc oui, on va pouvoir s'en
I don't think
servir.
that's gonna buff out.
Mais attends, c'était pas celle-là qui bougeait de roue?
The wheel must have been running off the battery.
Bon, elle a arrêté de bouger. Ah bah oui, parce que la roue qui bougeait était alimentée par la batterie.
Permacell. Ah, it's so small and light for a battery. I've never seen terminals like this. Maybe it's some common standard for 2015 technology.
Nope.
I don't really see anywhere to hook the battery up directly. I can't see anything with the wheel connected to the car.
Ah bah attends, on a toujours notre démonte-pneu.
Oh, this
Absolute.
tire iron looks really familiar, just like the one I used on the paddy wagon's wheel.
Il ressemble à quoi?
Oh, this tire iron looks really familiar, just like the one I used on the paddy wagon's wheel.
Ou du peu. Il a utilisé sur la roue d'une voiture de flic. Pas de quoi il parle.
Okay, good. This could be useful. Now think, Marty, think. Let's see here. Red to positive, black to negative. Whoa! Far out. Okay, Doc, let's see what kind of nightmare alternate timeline I've landed in this time.
Vous allez voir, c'est très intéressant.
Okay, Marty. Nothing to be afraid of. It's just an alternate hill valley that's turned my girlfriend into a punk rock vandal. That doesn't mean it's full of post-apocalyptic biker gangs run by armies of Biff clones. Just take a deep breath and remember, we gotta find Doc.
Le décor est assez joli en plus, j'aime bien. Et lol quoi. C'est toujours il volait.
It's so clean.
Good morning, citizen.
And good morning to you too, citizen.
What's going on here, Doc? Jeez, my Hill Valley never looked this good.
Watch where you're going, citizen.
Sorry. Mr. Parker,
That's Officer Parker to you, Martin. Now what's with the outfit? It's Thursday.
yeah?
Polo shirt Thursday. You're out of uniform. That's a violation of Civic Ordinance 9 EEE. And you're not wearing an ID, in direct violation of Ordinance WB 714.
Ouais, il le sait que j'ai
What
pas
are
de
you
carte
up to,
d'identité, il m'a pas
citizen?
contrôlé.
Polo shirt.
Are you on the pot, citizen? Put your arms up, spread your legs.
Hey, what are you doing?
Quiet. Hold still. Nothing. What's your deal today, McFly?
Est-ce que je peux trouver le citoyen Brown pour que ça fouille, que tu arrives à Jennifer? Quand vous êtes dans la police.
Can you tell me where I can find Doc, Citizen Brown?
Are you sure you're an honor student? Where do you think he is at this time of day?
At work?
That's right, working at the courthouse.
Heavy. Can you tell me where I can find Doc?
Are you
Bon,
sure
j'ai
you're
fait
in
ça.
honor stu-
At work?
That's
J'aime bien les statues là au niveau de l'horloge, c'est deux Einstein.
Heavy. Hey, what's with the pat down? What do you think? I'm packing heat?
heat, contraband,
Contraband?
you know. Booze, smokes, bubblegum, dogs, circus
Bubblegum is
peanuts.
illegal?
Come on, McFly. You're smart enough to know that ignorance of the Civic Ordinance 2XM isn't an excuse.
Have you seen Jennifer?
What's it to you? I thought she broke up with you.
Yeah, well, I need to talk to her about that.
Good luck finding her. I usually don't see her unless she's racking up demerits for her art.
Since when are you a cop? I thought you were a shoe salesman.
Are you on something? I've always been a cop, just like my pa.
Mhm.
Great, I've turned my girlfriend's dad into a cop.
I've got to finish my beat. Are you gonna make trouble for me today?
No.
No what?
No, sir.
That's right, citizen.
Par Hill Valley, il trouve Doc. Ça, effectivement, il y aura beaucoup de choses à explorer dans ce nouvel Hill Valley. Ce qui ressemble le plus à genre un voyage dans le futur, mais pas un futur qui fait rêver.
Oh, wait, citizen. Are you about to throw something away? Make sure you use the correct receptacle. Hill
forcément,
Valley
en tout cas.
takes pride in its diverse waste management
Comme
system.
vous allez voir, de toute façon.
What is the aluminum content of that can? Make sure it goes into the correct blue receptacle. Is that green, clear, or amber glass? It makes a difference. Remember that all consumable wrapping is tagged with a microchip to help us automatically police litter.
C'est trop excellent.
I'm all for recycling, but this is out of control.
Une puce dans chaque emballage. Ça, pour le coup, je doute que ce soit très écolo.
What's the problem, citizen?
Oops, wrong number.
Having fun, kid?
Ah, who said that?
Attempting to destroy public landmarks is a violation of C-64.
I wasn't trying to destroy it.
Take your demerit.
Pas un casseur. Et mon gilet n'est pas jaune, il est orange.
First Citizen Brown, the mindhead of Hill Valley, a man of infinite wisdom and awe-inspiring imagination. Emmett Lathrop Brown had been raised by a
Lathrop, ah
family
bon?
legacy steeped in law, but hadn't set his sights on his destiny until he single-handedly thwarted the nefarious gangster Irving Kid Tannen and his bootlegging syndicate. After this heroic event, immortalized by the
On
grand
va dire que les
statue
ceintures
on the
ressemblent au
courthouse
personnage.
lawn, First Citizen Brown devoted his life to civil and social engineering, using Hill Valley as a prototype for tomorrow's cities today.
Après ça, le petit stand. Marrant parce que ça, c'est au même endroit qu'il y avait le stand d'Edna là dans le deuxième épisode.
Ministry of Tourism. I can't see why people would want a vacation here.
You are standing in front of the Hill Valley Courthouse. The original courthouse was built in 1885, just 20 years after Hill Valley's incorporation into the state of California. Though the courthouse holds the seat of the local government, it also has been used as a shelter during the recovery period following the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Most of Hill Valley's community is a result of displaced San Franciscans planting roots after that dreadful disaster. In 1976, the downtown renovation project saw the first major additions made to the courthouse since its original construction. The courthouse was expanded with an additional 128 offices in the new flanking wings, and a new mayoral office added to the original clock tower space. Look closely and you can still see some of the original courthouse's details preserved in the new international-inspired facade. Hill Valley Courthouse. How may I help you, citizen?
I need to see Doc, or Citizen Brown.
Do you have an appointment?
No, but...
Then I'm afraid you'll have to wait your turn. Citizen Brown's a very busy man.
That voice sounds familiar. Biff? Doc? Doc, wait! I need to talk to you.
Évidemment, il y a des caméras partout. Le confort mix.
The conformist. Hairstylists always have such clever names. Just like coffee shops.
Par contre, c'est rigolo si ça veut dire que qu'ils font des coiffures mixtes. Des coiffures qui seraient pas vraiment genrées finalement. C'est bizarre. Enfin, c'est-à-dire dans ce Hill Valley là, c'est un peu étonnant.
E. Brown Industries, established in 1945, is the technological enterprise that makes Hill Valley what it is today. Whether it is
Que des petits locaux, c'est un peu bizarre.
electric cars running off the city power grid or motion sensing fence deployment, the radical civil innovations under development at E. Brown Industries are changing the ways cities operate. Efficient pedestrian travel, vigilant citizen monitoring, and space-age technologies that preserve the clean and modern appearance of the city. All these amazing advancements are not only making Hill Valley a wonder of the modern
C'est bien, ils sont
civilization,
vraiment éclatés avec les plans de caméra là.
also exports its ideas and
C'est
technology
assez cool,
to
je trouve.
cities around the world. One such city is Singapore, soon to be recognized as our international sister city.
Salle de lecture. Pas une bibliothèque, c'est pas une librairie, c'est une salle de lecture.
Citizen reading room. I guess there's one in every town.
Stimule des vacances à la maison.
Stemley's staycations. The heck is a staycation?
La banque de tous les citoyens.
All Citizens Bank. I don't like the overuse of the word citizen in this timeline.
Ouais. Alors oui, et d'ailleurs, c'est très intéressant ça parce que ça sous-entend que chaque habitant de Hill Valley finalement ce serait ce serait un genre de contributeur, collaborateur de la ville, qui leur donne une certaine fausse importance, une prétendue importance et un... Pour flatter l'ego en plus ça doit être pas si mal quoi. Puis ça masque le côté... vous allez voir état policier de la ville parce que... bah, du coup on a... Enfin les gens ils se disent pas que... Ils disent rien de particulier sinon que ce sont des citoyens à part entière quoi.
Biff has.
Par contre ça fait des points d'exclamation.
All citizens.
Attends. On va continuer à faire un peu le tour de la ville. Bon ça à la limite ça après. Soupe mot. Populaire c'est devenu ça apparemment. Restaurant. Another Dry Day Dry, donc sans alcool j'imagine. Un Roland 1931 en fait.
Not only does it make every citizen seem like your neighbor and friend, it grants you passage at the 3 main city access points. Hill Valley is the country's first fully incorporated gated city. In 1966,
de quoi
Hill
En fait c'est ça leur carte d'identité, ça va être leur badge je pense.
Valley petitioned for a special
Exemption régionale spéciale de...
regional exemption from state legislation. Using a tax and property law loophole, the city of Hill Valley managed to consolidate itself into a gated community with special allowances for business and residential zoning. To date, we are the safest and most self-sustaining
Ah, c'est
city
très
in the United
random
States.
bullshit language hein, je sais. Le truc pour changer sa bagnole il est... Et en fait c'est le commissariat ça maintenant.
I still haven't talked to Doc, but Biff has. Bureau of Discipline. That just makes me think about high school.
Ouais, c'est tellement ça. C'est qu'il doit y avoir des bornes là pour recharger les voitures de flics. Ah bah voilà justement. Il s'est mis ici.
Citizen Plus.
On va lui parler.
Biff?
Hey, you're George and Lorraine's youngest. Martin, right?
What? You don't know me?
Only by reputation. Brown Cadet of the Month, 3 months running. Impressive. Are you interested in the Citizen Plus program?
Listen, Biff, that car I saw you get out of, was that Doc Brown in there with you?
Ha! Doc! That should be his new nickname. But yeah, that was Citizen Brown. What an inspirational guy.
How'd you get FaceTime with him? He seems so busy.
You got that right, Martin. Citizen Brown's a busy guy. But fortunately, unfortunately, I'm a special case. See, Martin, I used to be a real bad apple. A real butthead.
I don't see why that would make you a special case.
What can I say, Martin? I was always getting into trouble. Too much trouble, what with the booze, the partying, the women. Even my dogs were a pack of trouble. Pack, get it?
Yeah. What does this have to do with Citizen Brown?
Well, after getting in so much trouble, the authorities, they took me in to see Citizen Brown and gave me an ultimatum. Citizen Plus or bust.
So, about all the bad things you used to do.
Gosh, Martin, I really don't like dredging up the past. But, alright, if it'll help you make a decision about Citizen Plus.
You said something about booze?
Beer, rum, whiskey, wine coolers, you name it, I drank it. Not only did I drink it, I smuggled it into Hill Valley, too.
Chip off the old block, huh?
Used to be I'd knock your block off for a comment
Avant, c'est moi qui aurais dit.
like that. But yeah, I guess I was following in Pop's crummy footsteps.
So there's no booze in Hill Valley.
Nope. Sure, someone tries to sneak some in every now and then, but cops like Officer Parker over there always catch 'em sooner or later.
Micro-freeze le jeu, c'est bizarre.
Why'd your dogs get you in trouble? You weren't running dog fights, were you?
No, nothing that bad. I just used to have a lot of dogs.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, other than them keeping the neighbors up all night, lunging at old people, and eating all the squirrels in the park. In fact, I'm ashamed to say it was my out-of-control dogs that were directly responsible for the banning of dogs throughout Hill Valley.
You don't sound very ashamed.
Oh, I am. Very, very ashamed.
So there's no dogs in Hill Valley anymore?
Yep. Citizen Edna says they carry diseases and steal shoes.
Vecteur de maladie et des voleurs de chaussures. Eh oui. Alors oui, la citoyenne Edna. Vous allez comprendre.
What kind of trouble did you get into with women? They weren't hookers?
No, nothing like that. It's just that I wasn't always discreet about my affections.
What?
Public displays of affection, Martin. You know, necking and such.
That's illegal?
Oh, yeah.
You seriously got in trouble for PDAs?
You bet. The Browns always say that behaviors that excite your privates should be kept in private. Or maybe it's just
Oui, ça c'est sur
Citizen Edna
Edna.
who says that.
You seriously got in trouble for PDAs?
You bet. The Browns always say that behavior kept in private.
Let's change the subject.
Thanks. I don't like talking about my old nasty self.
Do you think I could get to see Citizen Brown if I did all the bad stuff you used to do?
I guess, but why would you want to act like that?
What is this Citizen Plus?
It's Citizen Brown's new re-education program, and I'm the first of Hill Valley's Citizen Plus. Pluses. Plus-I?
Donc voilà, notre but c'est de voir Doc, et finalement pour ça on se rend compte que le moyen le plus simple ce sera de faire des trucs illégaux dans cette ville.
Nice clothes. You lose a bet or something?
What do you mean? I'm wearing what everyone's wearing. It's Polo Shirt Thursday. You, my friend, are out of uniform.
So I've heard.
Yeah, well, there's always tomorrow. Hawaiian Shirt Friday.
Great. So you won't break any rules anymore?
Can't. The Citizen Plus treatment makes it physically impossible for me to break rules.
How so?
Now I get physically ill if I try to break a rule.
How's your re-education holding up?
Still incapable and uninterested in breaking the rules.
sure you aren't craving a beer?
I do kind of miss beer. On second thought, blah.
You used to be a real bruiser.
That's all behind me now.
So what? You wouldn't even defend yourself?
I don't know if I could, actually.
Wuss.
Oh, you're just aching to find out, though. Don't torment me.
I can get used to this.
Please, Martin. Don't make me angry.
Alright, Biff. You're off the hook this time. See you later, Biff.
Bye, Martin.
Tiens, ça fait apparaître Jennifer.
What's Jen up to now?
Attention citizens. After receiving petitions to increase the selection of weekday schools available.
On va aller à sa rencontre.
Leech and the Whoosh Bags. Never heard of them.
No, you wouldn't have. They don't play much punk on those smooth jazz stations you listen to.
Smooth jazz. I couldn't possibly be that square, even in an alternate timeline. Jennifer! Jen!
You got a problem?
What's the deal, Jennifer? You left me stranded outside the city gates.
Yeah, that was pretty rotten, wasn't it? I'm such a horrible role model. Better get away before I corrupt you.
Look, I don't know what you got against me in this timeline, lately, but I'm here to make things right. I've missed you, you know?
Take a look at me, Martin. Do I look like the kind of girl that would hang around the president of the Junior Brown Brigade?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I gotta admit, I kinda like you like this.
Oh,
Brigade
Bar?
Brown Junior. C'est pas spécialement subtil, mais bon.
You act like I'm a turnoff, but I don't buy it. We were meant to be together.
Look, just because I let you tag along to a couple of concerts doesn't mean we're Romeo and Juliet. I mean, sure, you're a little cute, but you're into all this honor student crap.
Honor student?
And I'm into more interesting things. And guys.
Are you going out with someone else? I bet I can make you forget him.
Sorry, Martin, but you just don't rate anymore.
Je te le ferai oublier toi cette phrase.
So do you spend most of your time vandalizing public property?
Don't even think about snitching on me. Unless you want this spray can up your...
No, listen, you got me wrong. I'm looking to, break a few rules myself.
You?
What do you know about harboring dangerous animals?
So you met my new boyfriend. Oh, lighten up.
On l'a pas encore vu, mais ça aurait été drôle qu'on le rencontre avant que je fasse cette ligne de dialogue.
Do you know where I could score some forbidden materials?
Do I strike you as somebody who would possess illegal substances?
Kinda, yeah.
And you strike me as somebody who would turn in somebody like me. Next topic.
This ban on public displays of affection bites.
Hey, you're talking about my most favoriteest legal infraction of all.
Yeah?
Not with you. Ew.
This law against public kissing is a load of bull, right?
Yeah, this town is full of it. What are you gonna do?
Protest, that's what. Let's go stage a public kiss-in.
Let's not and say we did.
Isn't graffiti a major infraction?
You'd think. But after Big Brown had all those buildings coated in that Teflon polymer junk a couple years ago, graffiti's been knocked down to a 2 demerit offense. Go fig.
On second thought, maybe I don't want to know any more about breaking the rules.
Wuss.
Give me a can of spray paint. I got an urge to paint something.
Happy little trees? Get yourself a watercolor kit. I'm not sharing my wall.
So, Jennifer,
Uh-huh.
what do you think of me?
I don't.
Seriously, what have you got against me? I'm kind of popular, right?
Very popular. Among a certain crowd.
What crowd?
Dorks.
Marty McFly a dork? It's impossible. He can't be a dork.
Okay, anyone who talks about himself in the third person is a dork.
Ça, c'est pas faux.
My mom and dad,
What about them?
would you say they're normal?
By Hill Valley standards, yeah. In other words, they're warped beyond repair. Sorry to be the one to break it to you.
Did you get a load of Biff Tannen back there? He's so...
Calm.
yeah, creeps me out.
You and me both. If that's what the Citizen Plus program's all about, I'll stay a Citizen Minus.
What do you know about the Citizen Plus program?
Only what I hear on TV, and the radio, and the newspapers, and the PA systems all over town. They want everybody to enroll, and they say it'll make us all happy and well-adjusted, which is why I'm gonna stay clear of it.
Hill Valley's totally screwed up, but I got a plan to fix everything.
You do, huh?
I'm gonna go talk to Citizen Brown and get him to make it all better.
That sounds like the kind of plan you'd come up with, weirdo.
Citizen Brown is a really great guy.
You're wasting your breath, Martin. I don't buy into all that happy talk.
No, really, this crazy police state wasn't his idea. It'll all get undone once I have a good talk with him.
You know, I almost feel sorry for you.
Your paint's starting to streak.
Ah!
Must be where Jen keeps her paints. Locked. That junk looks awfully familiar. 50 years familiar.
Elle serait restée telle quelle, quoi. C'est amusant, ils ont muré ici, là.
They've bricked up the entrance to the old speakeasy. I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
C'est très déclencheur de cutscene comme épisode, c'est marrant.
Mom? Mom? Mom!
But are you happy?
Happiness is overrated, Lorraine. I'm content.
Well, I'll think about it.
Mom?
Hi there, Martin. I saw you as I was driving in. Did you hear me honking?
Mom, that can't be you.
Martin, are you all right?
I'm fine. It's just that you're so gray.
Well, isn't that an uplifting way to greet your mother?
Sorry, I just don't...
I guess you're right, though. I am going a little gray. No thanks to your father.
So, what? Are you out here shopping or something?
Oh, shopping? Who shops anymore? No, it's that time of the month for me again. For my civic duty. I'll be polishing the statue all day.
Oh, right. What's with the golf cart, Mom?
Now, Martin, I know you're embarrassed to be driving around in last year's model, but we really can't afford the 86s yet.
What about my truck?
No one owns a truck in Hill Valley. Martin, are you sure you're feeling okay?
Pas un camion,
Yeah,
c'est un
I just-
4x4, mais bon.
I must have had a really vivid dream last night.
Well, I hope your dream world was more fun than this one. Could you do me a favor? I forgot to give your father my timesheet for last week, and now Mr. Nosy is convinced that I'm hiding something from him.
Timesheet?
Aren't they annoying? But Citizen Brown always says, a scheduled life is a happy life. Anywho, could you be a dear and drop it off at the house? Here, take the car.
Actually,
I know, dear. Love you too. I'd give you a kiss, but you know what that gets ya. Don't forget to pick me up this evening.
Yeah, sure.
Attention citizens. Please report any and all information regarding the accident involving a collision between an unlicensed sports car and signage outside the south gate.
Well, it's not the truck, but I guess it'll do.
Pas non plus une camionnette du coup. C'est un peu dommage parce que d'habitude même la VF du jeu a l'air de bien connaître le film, mais bon là ils sont un peu loupés.
What isn't illegal in Hill Valley?
What if Citizen Brown's watching?
Don't worry, nobody can see us here.
He's a peeping Tom. Ah! Dad.
Try to warn your old man the next time, okay?
Hey, I hear you got hit with some more demerits, Nathan. Good on you, I say. Sure, never trust a guy with less than 1,000
C'est con
demerits.
parce qu'on verra jamais vraiment l'intérieur de la maison.
Attention citizens. This domicile is in violation of Civic Ordinance CZ36 and has been placed in protective quarantine until corrective measures can be taken. Please back away from the house and have a nice day.
What the hell?
Don't violate the perimeter, son.
Good morning, Mrs. Brown. Please address me as Mrs. Citizen Brown.
Regardez la lampe anti-moustique.
Effective against moths, mosquitoes, and tannins.
What's the problem, citizen?
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine now. Thank you. How are you? I saw Mom downtown. She told me to give this to you.
Thanks.
Say, what gives around here?
Ah, you know, the usual. Keeping tabs on Hill Valley through my trusty bank of monitors. Always on the lookout for some interesting footage.
Avec seulement 4 écrans.
Interesting. What do you mean interesting?
What kind of silly question is that? I've been gathering candid documentary footage for Citizen Brown's promotional videos for over a year now. I know your mother doesn't approve of my work, but wait a minute. You say you saw Lorraine? 11 to 12 hair salon, 12 to 12:20 lunch at soup mo counter, cream of asparagus with crackers.
What was that?
You know your mother's problems. If she slips up again, it could mean demerits for the whole family. There she is, polishing the statue in the park. Just like the schedule dictates. Oh, then everything's fine. Good. Unless... How was she when you spoke to her? Lucid? Sober?
Whoa, Dad, what are you telling me? Are you saying Mom's a drunk?
Shh. I don't know for sure that your mother has relapsed into her old ways, but she's been acting very odd lately, almost as if she didn't like my constant supervision. Confidentially, I suspect she's got a flask hidden somewhere, probably very near the spot where she's working right now. Do me a favor, son, will you? See if you can worm the truth out of her. She won't confide in me, but she may be less guarded with you. Double rations this week if you help your old man out. What do you say? That's a good boy.
Okay, Dad, we need to talk. What were you hiding when I came in just now?
Hiding? I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Come on, I saw it. It was a videotape, right?
I might as well tell you. After all, you'll be 18 soon.
Tell me what?
Hill Valley under Citizen Brown is not quite the contented town you were led to believe it was.
Tu rigoles, pas possible, j'y crois pas.
You're kidding.
This isn't a criticism of the great man himself, of course, or his sainted wife, Edna. No one's worked harder than they to apply the most advanced social planning techniques to our municipality. But,
What?
confidentially, not everybody appreciates it. A great many citizens, perhaps even the majority, actively resent the Brown administration. They don't say so publicly, of course. But in private, well, just listen.
I tell you, Bert, this regime is a joke. They're all laughing at us over in Fairfax.
A toast to Citizen Brown. May his beloved courthouse
Comme par hasard.
struck by lightning. Shh, Agnes, you're awful. Are you coming to the town square, Lester? Citizen Brown's about to give another speech.
Citizen Brown can kiss my hairy...
Well, you get the idea.
It sounds like people can't stand what the Browns have done to the Hill Valley.
Not everyone. Only around 50%, maybe 60.
Does Citizen Brown know?
He should. Whenever I send copies of my raw footage to the Public Relations Department over at the courthouse, I get a memo telling me how much Citizen Brown thanks me for my service. But how could he see those videos and not do anything about it?
Maybe you should take your tapes directly to Brown.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, sure, he might appreciate my bringing these problems to his attention and reward me for my public service, but then again, they say it's never wise to be the bearer of bad news.
Why don't you give me those videotapes? I'll take them to Citizen Brown.
Thanks for offering, son, but I don't want to get you involved. Citizen Brown won't like what he sees on them, and I wouldn't want you to get the brunt of his displeasure. Not to mention the displeasure of all the folks on the tapes. Once they find out I recorded them, no, I'm not letting these tapes out of my sight. It's too dangerous.
It's about Mom. How'd she get to be such a mess? This isn't how she is in my perfect world.
You're right, it's a real puzzle. Because of course we both know Hill Valley is a perfect world, but for some peculiar reason, the harder I try to get her to conform to the rules, the more she slips up.
She's thinking about signing up for the Citizen Plus program.
Is she now?
You're not gonna let her go through with it, are you?
Well, from what I hear, it's a fairly drastic procedure which completely reshapes the subject's personality. On the other hand, if Citizen Brown recommends it, it's gotta be a good thing.
Mon autorité.
Don't you think Mom would be a little more relaxed if you gave her just a little bit of space?
Now, there's a fine suggestion. What would Hill Valley be like if people gave each other space? Why, we'd all be tempted to follow our own impulses, and there's no telling where that might lead. Something on your mind?
It's about me.
I'm all ears.
Well, from certain things I've heard, I get the idea that people in this town regard Marty McFly as a
what?
A nerd.
They said that?
In so many words.
Just because a boy studies hard and gets straight A's and respects the rules and doesn't party or drink or stay out late and is perhaps a bit socially inept and obsessed with personal hygiene and prefers his
Comme si.
rubber band collection
Stop! I really don't want to hear anymore.
I'm proud of you, son.
I'm trying to understand why Jennifer broke up with me in this time. Recent past.
Are you still mooning over that girl? Forget her! She's bad news. Why, my surveillance cameras have caught her doing things that are completely against the Hill Valley Code.
I don't want to know.
Kissing boys. Sitting with boys in cars. I've kept quiet about it for her father's sake, but believe me, you're well rid of her.
Is there anywhere you expect me to be, like, right now?
Well, I did expect you to be up at the lake until tomorrow with that Math and Magic competition, so I guess your time is pretty much your own right now.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
So about you and your, work.
Shoot.
You seem to be really into this spying business.
It's not spying, son. It's cinema verite. These candid moments of Hill Valley's residents will eventually be compiled and edited into the documentaries and promotional materials that advertise our way of life to the rest of the world. True, you can argue that I've taken things to extremes, but I still get up to take my meals and, of course, to use the facilities.
You're supposed to be, I mean, wouldn't you rather spend your time writing, say, science fiction novels?
Science fiction. I did mess around with it once, but that was before Citizen Brown made it illegal.
Science fiction's illegal?
Quoi?
Sci-fi promotes an unhealthy obsession with the fantastic and impossible, and it encourages the idea that there might be better societies than Hill Valley, which is subversive nonsense, of course.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
It's about someone we both know.
Yes?
Have you seen Biff lately?
Not since he went to the reconditioning center. Is he back among the living?
Depends on what you mean by living. He's really different from the way I remember him.
Lucky dog. In a way, it isn't fair that Hill Valley's biggest scofflaw should be the first to receive the benefits of the new
Ah, c'est
Citizens
logique en
Plus
même temps.
program. But I know I shouldn't be jealous.
Après, bon, ça met peut-être un petit peu de temps à démarrer en tant que joueur ou joueuse parce que voilà, il y a beaucoup de cutscenes, il faut beaucoup de dialogues pour essayer de comprendre dans quelle réalité alternative on a atterri. Mais bon, après, on va plus rentrer dans l'action, on va dire.
Have you ever spent time with Citizen Brown?
Well, of course I'm in the audience for every one of his public addresses.
One-on-one, I mean.
Oh, no. He'd never notice a common Sector L citizen like me. But I dream that someday he'll recognize me for my public service and maybe let me shake his hand.
What can you tell me about Edna?
Mrs. Citizen Brown? Oh, she's a wonderful woman. People just think of her as this sweet, self-effacing grandmotherly type.
Ah bon?
Edna? Are we talking about the same?
But really, she's just as involved in running the town as her husband is.
Et plus.
David and Linda.
Have you heard from them?
No, I thought maybe you had.
Not in ages. As far as I know, he's still working for the big city newspaper, and she's still in that women's boarding house. I'll never understand why they decided to leave Hill Valley. Something on your mind?
Hill Valley has a lot of rules.
It certainly does, for our own good.
Public kissing is illegal, right?
Ah, the old PDA law. Indeed it is. And what's more, violation carries a hefty load of demerits. But you know, it's a law people break with surprising regularity. Why, I could show you videotaped evidence.
How exactly do people get other people to break it?
On second thought, perhaps I shouldn't show you the videotaped evidence.
If I got caught with a contraband item, I'd get in a lot of trouble, right?
You certainly would. You could be facing up to 1,000 demerits, depending on the item.
1000 avertissements pour la même chose, ça n'a aucun putain de sens.
But of course, you wouldn't be caught dead with anything illegal. It's your mother I'm worried about.
If I got caught with a contraband item,
You certainly would. You wouldn't be...
Did you ever harbor a dangerous animal?
Aha! Couldn't if I wanted to. They've all been banned. But I did catch something very interesting on one of my monitors yesterday. Which one was it? Oh, yes! Does that look like a stray dog to you? Whatever it is, Edna's Animal Patrol will make short work of it.
Ironiquement, Einstein, alors que c'est voilà, c'est le même. qui est bizarre, c'est que lui, il était dans la voiture avec nous, donc pourquoi il est pas avec nous, lui Il a disparu en même temps que Doc, bizarrement.
Something on your mind?
What's the deal with the house, Dad?
I don't know how to tell you this, son, but while you were away at your Mathemagic competition, our house got slapped with a CZ36 violation.
What?
I know, it's so embarrassing. Your mother's mortified. She works so hard to keep a clean house, but those dust mites are so hard to keep down.
Wait a minute, we can't go into the house because of dust mites?
Well, not until they send in the cleanup crew.
This is ridiculous.
Thank goodness they let me move my office out here into the garage.
So, when is this dust mite problem gonna be solved so I can get to all my stuff?
Well, the cleanup crew said they'd probably get around to it by tonight, but they're kind of backed up, so I wouldn't expect them until tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? Where am I supposed to sleep?
I got it all covered, son. We're gonna camp out back just like we did when you were little.
Okay, this timeline is officially a nightmare. How exactly does this setup work?
I'm glad to see you taking an interest. Each of these monitors is connected to multiple cameras, of which I've strategically jacked into throughout the valley, with official clearance, of course. I can switch between cameras with these buttons. There's also a VCR for each monitor. I keep a record of everything I see, so if I happen across something intriguing, I can keep it on file.
Well, I'll leave you to your snooping.
Supervising, son, supervising.
I'll leave you to it.
Right.
Another day in Hill Valley.
Enfin, quelques règles. Commence par trouver la réserve secrète de Lorraine.
A note of irony in your voice, was it, citizen? Irony? What's that, officer? Move along.
Ça va nous servir.
Hey, what's my guitar doing out here?
Your mother and I convinced you to give it up, remember? Rock and roll music is frowned on by the Brown administration. It sets a poor example for all the kids who look up to you as a model of studiousness and moral gravity. And besides, you're not very good.
Come on, Dad, I need that guitar.
Give me one good reason why I should give it back to you.
Because... music is good for you. It improves your mental performance.
Then take up the piccolo. Leave the electric guitar to the rebels and malcontents.
Rock and roll is my density. Destiny.
Destiny? What would you know about destiny? Now quit fooling around and get back to your studies.
A certain girl is only gonna like me if I can play the guitar.
A certain girl? You don't mean...
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Why are you fixated on that little hellion? She's nothing but trouble.
Yeah, my kind of trouble.
And besides, the way you play guitar, you're only gonna drive her further Go ahead, son. Do your worst.
Thanks, Dad.
Good morning, Mrs. Brown. Please address me as Mrs. Citizen Brown. I'm sorry, Mrs. Citizen Brown. It's just a thing. I worked so hard to get that title.
On va retourner en ville. Oula, il a glissé, non? Lorraine se trouve ici. Et on va vérifier si ce que pense le père de Marty est vrai. Par contre, on fera ça après la pause. Voilà. Hop. Petite pause s'impose. À tout à l'heure. Et me revoilà. Bon, allez, suite du jeu. On va essayer de parler à nouveau à la mère de Marty.
Mom?
Son sourire est assez bizarre. Hein. Flasque là, pas de flasque là.
Mom, are you drinking again?
Don't be silly, dear. Booze is illegal, you know.
Yeah, Mom. It's just that Dad mentioned.
Your father. Why, I just can't get away from his prying eyes. Always spying, always watching. You mind your own business, George.
Now, Lorraine, this is for your own good. I know you're keeping a secret from me.
It's mine to keep.
Dad! Mom! Knock it off, you two!
Now, you listen here, young man. This is an adult matter between your mother and me.
Dad, I know, but your way isn't working. You gotta give her some space here.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. What is that in your hand? Rum? Gin? A wine cooler?
For your information, it's brass cleaner. I have a job to do here, you know.
Lorraine.
No.
Lorraine, I'm just trying to look out for you. You know the kind of trouble we can get into if you're drinking again.
George, I wouldn't be so on edge if you weren't suffocating me all the time.
Was that an admission?
An admission of how smothered I am by you?
Mom? I'm having a bad day, Mom. Can I ask you a few things?
We all have our share, son.
I, lost my timesheet. What have I got going on this week?
Well, Monday is Junior Brown Brigade.
Junior what now?
And Tuesday is Model UN.
Model UN?
Mm-hmm. You represent Djibouti. On Wednesday, you'll be overseeing the board game club at the rec center.
Okay, I've heard enough.
Ses yeux.
I saw Jennifer earlier today.
Oh, Jennifer. What a spunky gal. Are you two patching things up?
She totally blew me off.
Well, I'm not the world's biggest dating expert, seeing as how I married the first guy to fall from the sky. But maybe you should spend a little less time with your microscopes and ant farms, and a little more time tending to her needs. What kind of things is she passionate about, Martin? What are her interests?
I don't even know anymore.
You see?
Everyone is treating me like some sort of goody two-shoes, Mom.
They're just jealous that you're such a perfect citizen of Hill Valley.
Have I always been this way?
Always been a perfect little son? Going on 18 years now.
What about that time I set fire to the living room?
Oh, but you only did that so you could show us the fire retardant you made with your chemistry set.
Heavy. All right, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
What about you, Mom?
What about me?
What are you doing out here polishing the statue?
I know. I was scheduled to clean the clock this month, but then Needle's mom ate some of that bad tofu that's been going around. So there was some reshuffling in the L sector duty roster, and here I am. I kind of wish I was cleaning the clock, though. So much nicer up there without all the cameras.
The cameras?
Wave to Big Brother, or Big Husband in this case.
I saw you talking to Biff about the Citizen Plus program.
Biff says I'd be a perfect candidate for it.
I know Biff, and
Je sais pas quand est-ce que les livres de science-fiction ont été interdits à Hill Valley, parce qu'ils font quand même beaucoup référence à 1984. C'est pas trop dans quelle catégorie ça rentre, mais c'est certainement pas un bouquin autorisé dans cette ville. Hein.
if that's what the Citizen Plus program does to people, then you don't want any part of it.
But Biff has been reformed. Look at him. He seems so happy now. So at peace with this town. What I wouldn't give.
He's a total veg, Mom.
Your father is always telling me that I don't invest enough in the workings of our great Citizen Brown. Maybe it's time for me to turn a new leaf and just go with the flow.
Okay, just hold off for a bit, please. I don't want you doing anything rash. Alright, let's talk about some...
Alrighty.
So, what's up with Dad?
Indeed. What is up with him?
That setup in his garage is pretty intense.
That's not the word I'd use. More like creepy.
I heard that.
I feel like I don't know anybody anymore.
Well, Martin, that could be a sign you need to get out more.
C'est bizarre, il y a deux bifs.
Is there any way I could talk to Citizen Brown?
Oh, you
Ah,
know
c'est une
how
erreur de
difficult
trad.
that is, Martin. The great
Sur le
man
trad,
spends
ça
so
dépend.
much time coming up with new rules and demerits that he barely has time to talk to us anymore. I
Dépend
guess
s'il
the
y avait la
supplies
même
we
erreur en
aim
anglais
for a
ou pas.
safe, happy city.
So he doesn't see anyone?
Not unless someone starts rolling up the demerits. He still takes a personal interest in those situations. And of course you could talk to Mrs. Brown.
Clara?
No, silly. Edna.
Edna Strickland?
Mm-hmm.
Et oui, voilà, c'est elle. La Strickland. C'est elle qu'on entend dans les micros. Donc, pourquoi les chiens ils sont interdits à votre avis? Pourquoi l'alcool est interdit? Et voilà, on a la réponse. Edna.
Wait, Doc, Citizen Brown is married to Edna Strickland?
Did you get a bump on the head or something? They've been happily married for nearly 40 years. In fact, if you ask me, I think Edna wears the pants in the relationship. She's the one always announcing the day-to-day bulletins. Probably writes them herself.
I need to sit down. Biff seems, unusually mellow.
Well, he should be. He just finished the Citizen Plus program. So far, it looks like it's done him a world of good.
You don't think he seems a bit off? I mean, he's so un-Biff.
Well, isn't that the point? You remember what he used to be like? He was an unholy terror.
He wasn't that bad.
Now, sure, but you should have seen him in high school.
I can imagine.
Hey.
What do you think of Jennifer, Mom? Well, she certainly looked like quite a handful, dear. I was really hoping some of her, joie de vie would have rubbed off on you.
Joie de
What do you
vivre.
mean by that?
Well, Martin, you can be a little uptight sometimes.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it, Mom.
Well, maybe you needed to hear it.
Elle est pas. J'appellerais pas ça de la joie de vivre.
Nothing wrong with having priorities in life. Just maybe Jennifer should have been a little higher on your list.
Yeah, she should.
Well, you did buy that guitar. That's a step in the right direction. Women love musicians. Just keep practicing and I'm sure you'll get better.
What are you talking about? I'm a great musician.
That's the spirit.
Jen's dad doesn't seem to like me very much.
He's just a little stressed out, dear. Filling the crime-stomping shoes of his legendary father makes poor Danny Jr. a little twitchy.
So I see.
But he gets the job done. Between him and his father, Hill Valley's been as dry as the Sahara Desert for decades now. Unfortunately.
Try. Doc was right. We did overdo it. Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Attention, citizens. Citizen Brown encourages all citizens to set their watches to the clock tower on a weekly basis. Citywide tardiness levels have increased by 1% in the last 3 months.
What's the problem, citizen?
Yeah, I'll have a double animal style with fries and a diet.
That's it. It's called an emergency intercom for a reason. I'm wrapping you for an SCR 300. Take your demerit printout before you go.
J'en ai déjà plein dans mon inventaire.
Oh, they look like parking tickets. Do I gotta pay a fine or something? I don't need to read this anymore. I lived it. Hill Valley crime at all-time low. No joke. Looks normal. Let's stay that way, okay, Dad?
Bon. Donc il faut pousser en gros Lorraine à révéler son secret. Le problème, c'est Biggest Band comme elle l'a dit elle-même. Donc on va essayer de lui gâcher la vue. Alors je me souviens jamais exactement comment ça marche. Ah voilà.
Ah, what happened? What the heck am I looking at?
Yes.
Hop. Elle a disparu en coulisses.
Mom, now that Dad isn't watching.
Oh, Martin.
Was that a flask, Mom?
Flask? Don't be ridiculous.
Look, it's okay, Mom. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, your father's right. I'm backsliding. But it's been so hard, what with your brother and sister leaving, and then your father getting obsessed with his monitors, and
Let me take care of the flask. Dad doesn't have to know anything about it.
Ça veut pas dire mais normalement il y a des micros en plus des caméras.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I couldn't bear the thought of facing your father over this.
Il a récupéré la flasque là? Non. Là je la vois pas donc... Voilà.
This timeline sucks. Mom and Dad are fighting again. Mom's drinking. It's like everything Doc and I ever did to fix things is falling apart. Time to get some attention.
Rose, bien sûr.
My mom's flask. It feels a little low. I could get in a lot of trouble if I were caught with this.
Donc il faut effectivement chercher à avoir des avertissements, mais alors oui j'en ai plein, mais ça c'est des avertissements un peu random on va dire. Faut surtout en avoir 3 je crois pour les 3 choses qu'a dit par exemple Biff. Les preuves d'affection publique, produits illégaux, donc contrebande, donc bah, c'est la flasque justement, et les animaux dangereux. Donc je vais m'occuper de la flasque. Ça va peut-être faire avancer le scénario. Enfin, je sais pas, ça va peut-être encore déclencher une cutscene ou quoi. Je sais plus, mais je crois que c'est ça qu'il faut faire. De toute façon, c'est lui qui nous chope à chaque fois de mémoire.
Hands up, citizen. Assume the position.
Here goes nothing.
There better be apple juice in this.
Why don't you open it and find out?
Don't get smart with me. I knew you were no good, McFly.
Officer Parker,
Ah tiens.
what seems to be the problem here?
Citizen McFly, ma'am. Came strolling up with a 181B violation in his pocket.
Ugh. You, young citizen, where did you get that booze?
Nowhere?
Is he being smart with me?
Yeah, he played that attitude on me as well.
Could we just fast forward the lecture and just get this over with already? No.
Officer, demerit him severely. And as for the alcohol, drop it into the
Le
decycling bin.
décyclage, tiens, c'est
With pleasure, ma'am.
intéressant comme mot.
Now, keep your nose clean, or you'll find yourself in front of Citizen Brown.
Ce qui est bizarre, c'est que les objets, on va voir, ils vont atterrir dans un endroit qui est à l'opposé d'ici. Tente de te faire ami avec un chien errant. On va pas prendre n'importe lequel, évidemment. C'est marrant que l'hôtel de Bill soit si protégé. Bah, évidemment, c'est pour le gameplay que c'est le cas, mais...
Gates? Huh, these are new.
The original clock tower was dedicated in 1885, with the motion first started at 8 p.m. on September 5th that same year. The clock tower was once struck by a bolt of lightning on November 12, 1955, damaging the clock
Alors c'est
motion
que tout
beyond
ça, il l'a vécu,
conventional
quoi.
repair. During the downtown renovation project of 1976, the damaged clock was dismantled and a new modern clock was installed as the window to the mayoral office. Look up. You just might catch a silhouette pacing behind the glass. That's First Citizen Brown, wondering how to
Le
make
storytelling,
your
quoi.
future better.
Je sais pas que tu veux là. Ah non, ça c'est. Ouais, mais c'est pas un truc pour le tourisme comme ça. Donc la flasque. Allez, un chien errant. Alors je sais où est-ce qu'il se cache. Je vais y aller tout de suite.
Biff mentioned that dogs are long gone from Hill Valley, but I can't imagine they caught every stray.
On n'a pas. Ça sert à rien. Enfin, ça. C'est ça qu'il faut faire, mais.
Okay.
Pas.
Welcome to Soup Mo, where soup is just... Oh, it's you. This better be important, McFly.
Regardez quand même.
Was that Jennifer?
Well, A, it's none of your business, and B, seeing as she ain't your chick no more, yeah.
Okay, now this timeline is really pissing me off.
Toy Sog Sample Take One.
You and Jennifer?
Ah, mais oui.
Really?
Oh, is the poor little nerd jealous?
Well, yeah, and a little disgusted.
That's probably the soup.
Cet endroit continue à servir de la soupe.
You better treat Jen with respect, Leech.
Hey, I got nothing but respect for Jennifer. Respect for her eyes, for her hips, the way she wriggles when she...
Hey!
Now, that dork that let her get away, there's a loser that I got no respect for.
You got a cold or something?
Ugh, it's allergies. I swear there's a dog hanging out around here somewhere.
A dog?
Yeah, and the stupid mutt keeps trying to steal my free samples.
You sure there's a dog around here?
Listen, smart boy, there's only two things I'm allergic to. Dogs and disco, and I don't hear no chicka-bow wow, do you?
No?
Then it's a dog.
What's on the menu?
Soup.
Just soup?
And more.
What kind of soup you got?
Scrolle...
Ribellini?
Yeah, that's right.
Some things never change. What falls under the more category?
We got neat loaf. It's made with textured wheat protein.
No thanks. What else falls under the more category?
Well, there's the hum burger. It's made from pressed roasted hummus.
Do you have any real meat back there?
Define real.
Ah bon? Define real.
I'm afraid to ask, but what other non-soup food do you have? Anything edible?
Well, we have these pea and liver with soy cheese hot dogs. They're new, and we're offering free samples. You want one?
Where are the free samples?
Here. I keep them behind the counter.
Oh, God.
If you puke, you're cleaning it up, wuss.
I can't finish this.
Not my problem.
Voilà, du coup, il l'a gardé dans son inventaire.
What are those things?
Those are the liver and peas with soy cheese hot dogs.
Ew.
You and me both, brown noser.
Why are the samples behind the counter?
I can't leave them out, dude. There's a DOG running around town, and he keeps going after the sample tray, knocking them all over the ground.
A dog? Wait, these samples haven't been on the ground, have they?
Jeez, McFly, relax. They're fresh. Mostly.
About this dog, what's he look like?
Beats me. He's a smart little SOB. He only comes around when my back is turned.
Then how do you know it's a dog? You can smell him?
Allergies, dimwit.
See ya.
Smell you later.
Moi, il les laisse là, mais... Ah,
Hey, there's that mangy. Ah, go get him, McFly.
du coup, il a rangé les échantillons. Oh, on dirait qu'il a un masque pour le Covid-19. Putain. Ah oui, ça va nous servir, ça.
He's gotta be hiding in here somewhere. You in there, Einie? Or whatever your name is these days? Not a sign of him.
Un peu étonnant qu'il se laisse pas approcher par Marty.
McFly. My spray can?
Oh,
Dork.
Ça va être un petit jeu comme ça tout le temps. Voilà, et pour ça, ce qu'on va faire... Voilà.
it would look better blue.
On va littéralement le suivre à la trace.
Where could he be hiding? I bet you're under here. Not a sign of him.
Ah, mais comment il a fait pour ne pas laisser de traces? Ah bah oui, non, on a jeté la... Pas besoin d'essayer de la redéposer. Voilà. On a laissé sur la planche, mais
Now
surtout...
we're in business. Decency prevents me from leaving this here.
Huh?
I outsmarted you, didn't I? Ah, don't be like that, Einie. Peas, liver, and soy. Three things that have nothing to do with hot dogs. Reminds me of the liver treats Doc used to give Einstein.
Très beau.
Look, Einie, I've got a treat for you. Attaboy. Now hold still. See? I'm not such a bad guy, right? Whoa, okay. I guess I've won you over. Wish they were all this easy. Huh? What is it, boy?
Comme par hasard, elle est là.
Einstein, wait! No!
Rabies! Rabies! Help!
Back! Down! Sit! Play dead!
Officer Parker, subdue that beast at once!
Einstein, sit!
Einstein? Oh, if he bites me, you'll be in a world of trouble, citizen. Wait, I know that creature. Officer Parker, that's the stray that keeps escaping the kennel. I thought he was muzzled.
I took the muzzle off.
You what?
That's right, he's my dog now.
Citizen, you are in violation of Statute 357K.
Parker, demerit this hooligan at once.
Heureusement qu'il a des muselières de stock.
Creature to the kennel.
Yes, ma'am.
Filthy, wretched beasts.
Don't worry, Einie. Once I fix all this, you'll be back with Doc and romping through time.
Now stay out of trouble, unless you want a visit from Citizen Brown.
À l'inverse, c'est nous qui allons rendre visite. Essaye de sortir avec Jennifer et de te faire remarquer. Bon. Tiens, d'ailleurs, il y a un petit bug ici. Je sais plus comment on le provoque.
What is it now?
You and Leech, Jennifer?
Hey, don't badmouth Leech. There's a lot more to him than soup, you know.
Like what?
For one thing, he wields an axe like nobody's business.
Ah oui? Là, il veut jouer le jaloux. Ça crée un peu limite en fait.
So you got yourself a new guitar player.
What can I say? I'm a girl who appreciates a hot lick.
Yeah, I remember. Come on, Jennifer. Nobody in town plays guitar like me.
I'm talking electric guitar, Martin. I'm gonna be honest, the ukulele has to go.
I can outplay your loser boyfriend any day of the week.
You're that desperate to get to first base.
Did you say first or fourth?
I'd give you 2.5. But first you gotta prove you've got better fingers than Leech. You ready to throw down?
I was born ready.
You got a guitar?
Never leave home without it.
Hold on.
You can knock on my door anytime.
Hold it, we got company.
McFly, what's that was doing here?
He says he can outplay you. I told him there's no one in Hill Valley better than you. You want to go prove it?
The ring of rock?
Don't crush him too bad. Just teach him a lesson.
Alors évidemment, elles sont sans fil, hein, les guitares. Alors, il faut vraiment trouver le bon truc. Elle s'enjaille, c'est marrant. Alors faut pas que je me trompe, hein, sinon ça on va perdre du temps. Battement de jambes, couliné, abandonné. Ça s'appelle mouliné, mais... Voilà. Bon, j'ai déjà fait un premier truc. Ça a l'air de rien, mais c'est important. Et vers la gauche. Donc il faudra pas monter sur l'estrade. Bon, est-ce qu'il faudra pas que je fasse un tour complet? Je sais plus. Oh, ça déjà le mouille. D'accord. Ah oui, putain. Ça aussi. Oula. Et c'est en anglais bizarrement. J'ai oublié qu'il y avait ce problème là aussi. Putain, je sais déjà qu'il faudra recommencer là normalement.
You cut my cord, you asshole! Somebody should have cut it a long time ago, McFly. The winner and undefeated champion of Hill Valley.
Claim your prize, champ.
Il ferme les yeux.
Well, back to work. See you, loser. I can't believe you'd let him get away with that. He totally broke the rules.
There are no rules in rock and roll, Martin. That's why a guy like you shouldn't compete. Yeah?
Come on, Jennifer, give me a chance. I'm not the guy you think you know.
Well, that stunt with the car was impressive. But let's face it, Leach is the better guitar player.
And what? That makes him a better boyfriend?
Well, duh. The better the guitar player, the better the kisser. It's a fact. You can look it up.
Alors quand même le personnage de Jennifer beaucoup moins intéressant, beaucoup plus superficiel. Et le coup du trophée à remporter, c'est la fille, ça craint un peu aussi.
I want a rematch.
Ooh, you got nerve, McFly. You really want to be humiliated like that again?
It's nothing but a poser.
Ah ça y est,
I got the
il tient pas la
technique.
guitare, voilà.
Do you now?
Want a sample?
Maybe. If you can beat Leach.
Il y a un autre plan où on le voit beaucoup
I
mieux.
was, but then your mom threw me out. What'd you say, my mother?
Try not to leave any scars, baby.
Ah putain, en plus faut tout recommencer depuis le début parce que les pots de mayonnaise ils sont encore là. Pas quoi, ça devait être de la soupe. Bref. Battement de jambes, déjà. Tout le souci, c'est qu'il faut absolument éviter qu'il s'approche de notre rempli, comme vous avez pu le remarquer. Alors, j'avance vers la gauche. Lui, logiquement, il va avancer à l'inverse vers la droite si ça tourne comme ça. N'importe quoi. Là, c'est tout en français. Ah non, c'est après que c'est en anglais. Bon, bref. Monter sur l'estrade, voilà. Vas-y, imite-moi, sac à merde. Bon, c'est bon, vous l'avez vu venir, je pense. Bon ou mouliné. Allez, je crois que ce coup-ci, c'est bon. Hop là.
Martin McFly, that was totally awesome.
What can I say? Some guys got it and some guys don't.
You broke my headstock.
I think I've got a new idol. Come here.
Wait, I got a better idea. What was it you called me? A square?
A girl's entitled to make a mistake, isn't she? Oh. Oh.
Ouais. Un peu calculé. Ding 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 ding.
Hooliganism! Delinquency! Officer Parker! I just caught these two degenerates violating statute number...
Jennifer!
Daddy!
476D!
Open mouths?
And tongues.
You've gone too far, Jennifer.
What's the big deal? It's only hormones.
Stop! We don't use words like that in this town.
I'll deal with you later, young
Hormones de
We're
sentiment
gonna have to
surtout.
have a long talk about the Citizen Plus program.
What?
Oh, come on. Officer, give Mr. McFly a 476D's worth of demerits. I'll tend to your wayward
Yes,
daughter.
ma'am. And this is for getting my daughter in trouble with Citizen Edna. Now keep out of trouble, or Citizen Brown will come down on you like a brick wall.
Ouais, bah j'ai déjà fait les 3 trucs là, non? Hein? Il y avait personne dans la voiture ou...
Hey, Jennifer.
J'ai rêvé là.
Are you still angry with me?
Angry? Nah. The threat of being Citizen Plus was worth it just to see my dad's veins go all purple like that.
Great, because I gotta go.
Jeez, Martin, what's gotten into you? Booze, dogs, necking in public? It's like you're a different guy today. A way cooler guy.
I know this is gonna be hard to believe, but I'm the same guy I've always been. It's everyone else who's messed up. And stop calling me Martin, it's Marty.
Wow, Marty. What's next on the agenda? Knocking over banks?
Maybe. What's a guy gotta do to get in trouble around here?
I think you're about to find out.
You, citizen.
Get out of here, Jen.
Not a problem.
Are you Martin Seamus McFly?
Yes?
Oui, il a le nom de son arrière-grand-père.
Detention.
Grand-père, je
You've
sais plus.
accrued over 15,000 demerits in the past 24 hours.
Comme si.
Is it, young Mr. McFly? Is being branded as a criminal of weak moral character cool?
I'm not weak.
But you are in a heap of trouble.
Trouble?
Oh my, yes. But don't worry.
Les flics aussi, ils ont des visières pour le Covid. Vous avez
Like
vu?
your Citizen Plus program took care of Biff?
Perhaps. The program is in need of new volunteers. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's see what Citizen Brown has to say about your particular strain of antisocial behavior.
You're taking me to Citizen Brown?
Immediately.
Officers, away with him.
Yes, ma'am.
It's about time.
I always knew your goody two-shoes A+ student act was too good to be true.
Ah bon. Pas fait gaffe si l'heure elle tournait de temps en temps dans le jeu parce que.
Come in, citizen.
Quelle ambiance.
Martin McFly, age 18, resident of Sector L, Father George, Mother Lorraine, president of the Junior Brown Brigade, recipient of a full ride scholarship to
Lycée Strickland.
Strickland College, winner of the Courthouse Challenge Deportment Award. 0 demerits until this morning. The obvious question, Mr. McFly, is... What happened to you?
Cette tronche qu'il a. Aïe, on voit enfin Doc.
Jesus Christ, Doc, what happened to you?
Doc. Interesting. You regard me as a doctor, indicating awareness that you're suffering from some variety of mental disorder. That's a hopeful sign, Martin.
C'est quoi ça, la psychanalyse?
I'm not a doctor, but I do have the tools to turn you around and put you back on the road to societal normalization. Shall we begin with a few questions to establish a baseline?
Forget questions. You're the one who needs to turn around.
Explain.
This whole crazy world you've created, it's totally mental. There's all these stupid rules and everybody's acting all weird. My dad's turned into this creepy snoop. Mom's completely pathetic. And Jennifer's kind of scary. And Biff, it's like he's a zombie or something. And it's all basically your fault.
So you believe this interview is really more about me than you?
Yes.
You went to all this trouble just to deliver a message to me in person?
Yes.
A cry for help, as it were.
Yes. No, wait.
Tell me, Martin, is your mother on the sauce again?
Forget my mother. She's not the issue here.
Don't ever forget your mother, Martin. Your parents are your superiors, and respect for one's superiors is absolutely essential to the Hill Valley Order. I'm surprised your father hasn't set you straight on this point. He's shown himself to be a very obedient and cooperative citizen.
Not where I come from. When I left here, both my parents were happy and well-adjusted. Okay, they didn't start out that way, but that's where your time machine comes in.
Time machine?
Yeah, Doc, listen to me. You don't remember it, but you built a time machine out of a DeLorean.
Why?
Well, just for the hell of it, I guess. Plus, the steel frame of the DeLorean dispersal, I don't know. It was important for some reason.
Fascinating.
Yes, it is fascinating. It's amazing. It's incredible. But you don't know it because you've never invented it. You're not the real Doc Brown. You gotta believe me.
And this is because?
Everything got screwed up when I went back in time to 9...
Et du coup, voilà, tout le problème de cet épisode est là techniquement, c'est que puisqu'il a jamais fabriqué cette machine à voyager dans le temps, cette réalité alternative n'a pas pu arriver. C'est là qu'il est le paradoxe temporel.
1931.
Sounds like this time machine is a very impractical and dangerous invention.
C'est pas faux.
No, I mean, yes. What I mean is it's messed up a lot of things, but first, it made a lot of things better. Like my mom and my dad. It was only thanks to your time machine that they ever became successful and happy.
So they're happy.
But they're not, because you summoned me back in time and somehow your timeline got messed up and everybody else is along with it.
I see.
No, you don't. Think back. Don't you remember me? We knew each other when you were 18. I'm Michael Corleone.
Incredible. This case is more serious than I'd imagined. The boy has fabricated an alternate reality.
Oui, voilà, c'est celle-ci la réalité alternative.
No, this is the alternate reality. My reality is the real reality.
Calm down.
Bah, elle avait déjà été modifiée dans le premier film. Hein. Parce que c'est que la vraie réalité, c'est celle qu'il préfère tout simplement. Hein.
I'm not blaming you for anything. The failure is ours, not yours. Obviously, there was a drastic flaw in your social conditioning.
God, you don't understand.
No, I don't understand yet, but I want to. I want to get at the root of your problem. Keep talking.
Il devient psychologue, Doc Brown.
Take your time. Look around the room. Perhaps something here will stimulate your memory.
Convainc le citoyen Brown de t'aider. Une photo d'Einstein.
Okay, take a look at this picture of Einstein here.
The dog harboring dangerous animals is a municipal offense.
Yeah, they told me, but you harbored this very same animal once, a long time ago. Remember the test run of your rocket car? Einstein landed on the roof of the courthouse.
I do recall something of the sort, but naturally it couldn't have been the same dog.
There wasn't anything natural about it. Einstein's a time traveler too, thanks to your invention.
An impressively detailed illusion. Keep talking.
Ça c'est marrant ça. L'horloge avec des bouquins pour simuler l'hôtel de ville.
Something about that clock looks familiar.
Ça c'est un cendrier.
It's all the same stuff I saw on my dad's monitors. I think. The whole town is under surveillance. So that's what Judge Brown looked like. I never actually saw him.
Of course not. He died before you were born. He was my biggest supporter, after my wife, of course.
That's a switch. Last time I saw your younger self, you and your dad had just had a big falling out over your decision to become an inventor instead of a lawyer. Isn't that right?
Bizarre fantasy life. Go on. Proceed.
Hey, this is your fish tank.
Yes, that is my fish tank.
It looks much better without all the bacteria.
What? Edna just had it cleaned.
Yeah, but in 1931 it was full of bacteria that we used to make rocket fuel. Remember?
Stop trying to confuse me! My whole life has been dedicated to the practical use of technology to shape a more efficient, orderly society. Ask anyone. It's a fact. You can look it up.
You know better, right? Emmett?
Wrong. Do you see this picture? I keep it close by me to remind me of the moment when my life's course became clear. August 25th, 1931, the day I single-handedly captured Kid Tannen, the scourge of Hill Valley.
Single-handedly?
And not incidentally the day I caught the eye of Edna Strickland, my scientific muse and the love of my life. Take a look. What you see there is a young man who understands his destiny.
That's not what I see.
What do you see?
Allez, le jeu avance.
Jeez, Doc sure has a lot of files. I don't have time to go through those. I'll just focus on what's out on display. Wow, that is cool. The sound, it's kind of lulling. Right, wait, what was I doing?
Regardez de plus près cette photo. Ah, c'est un ticket, mais pas pour Frankenstein, mais pour un autre film. The Virtuous Husband.
Remember him?
Arthur McFly. Your grandfather, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you and I served a subpoena to him back in 31.
Preposterous.
Wow, I never noticed this before, but Edna definitely had the hots for you, didn't she?
Hots, yes. Edna was the first member of the fair sex to see something special in me.
She saw something, all right, and she ran with it. Looks to me like a kid who's all psyched about his new invention.
That's where you're wrong. Although my rocket car had accidentally captured Kid Tannen, it was also a widely impractical and dangerous idea that would have triggered unimaginable consequences had I pursued it further. Luckily, Edna came along and channeled my newfound fame into more practical pursuits.
I'm almost sorry we put Kid Tannen away.
We?
Yeah, come on, don't you remember? You disarmed him and I trapped him in the rocket car.
No, that's not how it happened.
Et ce qui est drôle, c'est qu'il n'a jamais remarqué le fond de la photo. Parti et Doc. Oh, ils sont tout petits là.
Could that be?
Là.
I think it is.
What?
It's me, and you, the other you.
It is me. And you. But how? Michael? It's impossible.
No, it's science. Your science, Doc.
La science-fiction, mais de la science quand même,
Other
oui.
world, the one you say you come from. Am I happy there?
Very happy. You've got two great sons.
Sons?
Yes, and a fantastic wife.
Not Edna?
Not even remotely. And your invention. Jeez, Doc, you can go anywhere you want to. Anywhere in time. You're the luckiest guy in the universe.
And what about Hill Valley?
Hill Valley? You know it's got problems. A little bit of urban decay here, a little bit of crime there. It's a normal city. People are happy, mostly. And even when they're miserable, they're not miserable like they are in your Hill Valley.
Stop! There are no miserable people in my Hill Valley.
Give me a break. You don't really
My
believe.
citizens lead lives of order and peace. Nobody worries. Nobody complains.
Only because they were afraid to. Jeez, open your eyes, will you? You and Edna have got them all terrorized.
That's Mrs. Brown to you, Sonny.
Doc.
Kindly address me as Your Honor. We worked for over 50 years, my wife.
Première fois que votre grandeur apparaît.
Devoted to ridding Hill Valley of vice and disorder. And you dare to claim that our citizens are unhappy?
Yeah, I do. I've seen it. They're just too afraid to speak up.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
Afraid of the consequences of their actions, Doc. You run this place like it's a police state.
Nonsense.
I can prove it.
All right then, time travel boy. You do that. And until you do, I'm going to treat your wild story as just that. A story told by a madman. And I've determined that the best treatment is simply to let the insanity run its course.
So, is the interview over? Should I leave?
Please do. I'm very busy. I've got a city to run.
Fine, but I'll be back with proof. Doc wants proof that Hill Valley isn't the perfect place he thinks it is. One smoking gun coming up. Dad!
Pop out the tape, son. I think it's done rewinding.
Whoa, take it easy. Sit here.
Guess I blacked out for a minute there. Fell out of my chair.
Fell nothing. Somebody whacked you.
Whacked me? Impossible. We take great pride in the fact that incidences of physical violence in Hill Valley have fallen to virtually
Who did it? Can you tell me?
This can't be happening.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
La cassette secrète de George.
Here it is. Raw footage.
Thank heavens.
Wait a minute.
You see, I told you were just jumping to conclusions. All these dark suspicions about thieves and attackers when all the time it was just...
Empty.
What?
There's no tapes.
But I'm sure they were in there before.
Before whoever it was whacked you in the head
Je vois pas pourquoi la personne aurait pris les cassettes en laissant les boîtiers.
and took them.
You've been watching too much Miami Vice, son. What evidence do you have that I was attacked?
Well, that nasty lump on your head for one thing. And...
Casser tes écrans.
It's not working.
Oula,
It's not working.
problème de volume. Alors, il a laissé...
Dad, that's not one of our bats, is it?
No. No. McFlys never use aluminum bats. Curious.
Oh, wait, don't touch it. It's evidence.
Of what? Oh, why would anyone do a thing like that to a nice Sectorel citizen like me?
Whoever made off with your tapes, I'm thinking.
Oh my gosh, I've been mugged. Mugged in Hill Valley! They can't get away with it! Oh!
Don't worry, Dad. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Who could have done this to me?
Who stands to lose if those tapes get out?
Everybody who's badmouthed Citizen Brown when they didn't know a camera was on them, but... That's half the people in town.
No, I'm guessing this was a lone agent.
Oh, it's no use. The tapes are gone. All I can do is hope against hope they don't surface and land me in trouble.
Come on, Dad. We can't just give up. Let's get out there and start shaking people down. We can make them talk.
And before you know it, the authorities would get involved and we'd both be in trouble. No thanks.
There's gotta be something we could do to get our hands on those tapes.
Well, we can make new ones.
We can?
Sure. It may take a while, but if you're willing to help your old man out, it shouldn't take us more than, say, 6 months.
6 months? But I need those tapes now.
You need the tapes.
What I mean is...
Faut que je donne ça au Citoyen Brown, tiens, pourquoi
I
pas.
gotta give it to Citizen Brown. I told him I was gonna furnish him with proof that Hill Valley isn't as happy as he thinks it is when I was in his office, just before I came here.
You had an interview with Citizen Brown?
It wasn't easy to get, believe me. I had to break all kinds of rules.
You've been breaking rules?
Harboring stray dogs, kissing girls in public, getting caught with Mom's flask.
That is the most far-fetched story I've ever heard.
It's true.
You forget I'm your father. I know your history.
Yeah, well, history's changed.
Prove it.
Greetings, programs. LeBrock 2.0.
Logo.
Oh, anatomical constructs for sciences of all sorts. Boring.
Ah oui, il voulait des preuves comme quoi j'avais enfreint les règles. Il y a la pile, mais il y a surtout les 3 principaux, alors je sais pas, peut-être qu'on peut donner tout ça, peu importe.
Demerits, but it was the only way.
I don't understand.
Dad, listen to me. I mean, really listen. You and I both know that things aren't right here. Citizen Brown might have started with good intentions, but his Hill Valley's just made everybody miserable.
Shh. You said that to him?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, there go our privileges.
No, wait, I got him to listen, Dad, and he's gonna make things right for you and Mom and all of us. I can't explain how. You're just gonna have to trust me on this.
Okay.
But first I have to show him your tapes to prove my point.
Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Dad.
This scheme of yours, maybe you know what you're doing. I can't say, but leave me out of
Dad.
it. I don't like trouble. I can't handle it. It's not in my genes.
But think of your family.
I am. And I don't want to see my family relocated to Sector X with all the other hopeless cases.
It's your civic duty. Doesn't Citizen Brown always tell us
to keep our noses clean, and that's what I plan to do.
Porteur, ah oui.
Do it for your father.
My father?
Yeah, Arthur McFly.
I know his name.
Did it have something to do with putting away Kid Tannen, you know, way back when?
Yes. Yes, he did. Where do you hear about that? It was way back before Citizen Brown cleaned up the town, before I was even born. Everyone lived in terror of Kid Tannen and his goons. But Dad stood up to him. He had evidence of Kid's guilt, see, and he risked his life to deliver it to the authorities. Never be afraid to do the right thing. That's what he always used to tell me.
And what are you doing?
Trying to remember which is the right feed.
Feed to what?
To the surveillance camera, the one in the yard.
Wait a minute. You have a surveillance camera trained on yourself?
Of course. Gotta cover all bases. Help me figure out which monitor I'm on.
J'aime bien ces magnétoscopes rétro. Pas sur l'écran qu'il devrait appuyer plutôt. Voilà. Ah.
Hello?
J'ai trouvé par contre justement il faut servir de magnétoscope et c'est un peu débile parce que du coup la personne a chippé les cassettes qui étaient là en les enlevant de ses boîtiers accessoirement, mais elle n'a pas pris les cassettes qui étaient dans les magnétoscopes. C'est complètement con.
There, that looks like us.
Oula.
So the surveillance tape must be on this VCR.
Bah oui, c'est ce que je viens d'appuyer dessus, connard.
This must be before the attack. Let's see. I remember cleaning the playback heads at 5:30. The
Pareil, pas au même endroit là.
attack couldn't have been very long after.
Oh, it's Biff!
But it can't be him. The Citizens Plus program has rendered him as gentle as a kitten. Huh?
Il a à peine frappé.
I can't understand it. It's not the way he's supposed to behave. Why, even the old Biff would never...
Wait, what's that weird flashing on his wrist?
Let's find out. I knew this zoom and enhance feature would come in handy someday. Cost me a bundle at the hobby shop.
It's his digital watch. I wonder why it's doing that. Hey,
Il
wait,
filme, il s'amuse toujours à faire ça. Et on peut faire des zooms, des rotations, des machins.
Stop the picture. Can you zoom in anymore?
Voilà, qu'est-ce que je dis, ça fait rotation.
X11.
You know what that means?
Not yet.
Lorraine!
Don't lay into me, George. I've got something very important to say, and then I'm going to
Il a
be leaving
imprimé
again.
la
It's
photo.
something important to say too. I was attacked
It's
and
always
robbed.
about you, isn't it? You can't just wait and listen to my news. Oh no, you have to go and beat me to the punch.
Pull yourself together.
That's right. You two sort things out. I've got some business to attend to.
I'm more together than I've been in months, George.
settle down there, fella.
You beat up my dad.
Do we have a problem here, citizens?
No, officer. Just a little misunderstanding. I'm sure we can work it out. Right, Martin?
Sure.
Okay. Let me know if you need any help, Mr. Tannen.
Now let's see if we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, let's. Why'd you hurt my dad, Biff? He never did anything to you in this timeline.
Timeline? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I saw you on camera.
I can't hurt anybody. Thanks to Citizen Plus, I blow chunks whenever I even think about doing bad stuff. See?
If you didn't beat up my dad, then where have you been for the last couple of hours?
Well, I was...
What?
That's strange. I don't remember.
What's the last thing you remember before your memory loss?
Well, I was handing out flyers for the Citizen Plus program, just like I'd been doing all day. I just finished giving some leftover bologna to a cute little squirrel when Miss Edna came by.
Edna?
Yeah, she wanted to run a diagnostic on my Citizen Plus watch. I must have fallen asleep or something, because when she was done, it was an hour later. And then your mom came by.
So the last thing you remember before my dad got beat up is Edna fiddling with your watch?
Yeah, that does sound pretty bad, doesn't it?
Après, tiens.
What was my mom doing here?
Oh, she was just handing over her paperwork for the Citizen Plus program.
What?
Oh yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, Martin, but your mom's in pretty rough shape.
Yeah, but to sign up for Citizen Plus.
She was on the fence for a while, too. But after you took the blame for her secret drinking problem, she realized she needed serious help.
Oh no, Mom! What'd you do with my dad's secret videotape?
Secret videotape?
You know, the one that shows how people are fed up with all these screwy rules and laws.
You lost me, Martin. But that tape sounds dangerous. It should probably be dumped in the recycling bin.
So you really don't know anything about my dad's secret tape?
Oh no, I'd never walk around with subversive material like that.
On va jeter un œil à ta montre.
Biff, your watch. Does X11 mean anything to you?
X11? Is that a new band or something? I don't go in for that new hippity-hoppity stuff.
It's not a band, Biff. It's a mode on your Citizen Plus watch.
Weird. I've never seen it look like that. Heck, I can barely get this thing to stop blinking. See?
Ton bif et détermine où se trouve la cassette de gorge, ok. Putain, je dois faire X11 ou 11X. Non, c'est l'inverse. Pas comme ça. Oula. Oh, c'est à l'endroit.
X11. There must be something more to that Citizen Plus watch.
Ah, normalement, je devrais pouvoir faire un X avec la partie heure. Peut-être d'abord que je règle le machin sur 11. Ouais, mais il n'y a pas de X du coup.
Cool.
Ah! C'est qu'il fallait appuyer qu'une dernière fois ici.
Hey, I didn't know you could do that.
Ah ouais. Ça se T, X, Y. Donc il y a d'autres modes rigolos.
My wrist's getting a little sore, Martin.
Ah y est, voilà, X11.
Biff? Okay, that's weird.
Surtout, je me demande comment ça marche.
What's wrong with you? Did you attack my dad? Now we're getting somewhere. Why'd you attack my dad? You must have been hypnotized. Who put you up to this? Guess that'll have to wait until after I get the tape. Where's my dad's tape? Recycling bin?
Évidemment.
Could you do me a favor and go get my dad's tape?
Hey, Mr. Tannen. What's up? Is that McFly kid bothering you? Hey, you can't go in there! Hey!
Whoa! Holy smokes. What happened to him?
I don't know. No one's ever jumped into the recycling bin before.
Well, where does it go?
That information is above my pay grade. Oh, jeez. I'm in a lot of trouble now. Don't move a muscle, McFly. I gotta go tell Citizen Brown about this.
Mon bif détermine où se trouve la cassette secrète de George. Ah ouais, c'est marrant, les flèches elles vont à l'intérieur plutôt que tourner autour d'elles-mêmes. Bon, bah, il n'y a qu'un seul moyen de le savoir, hein. Où est-ce que ça mène?
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Well, here goes nothing.
Gosh, man, did I do something wrong?
Did I do something? Mr. Tannen, I put a lot of work into honing you as the first Citizen Plus. What on earth possessed you to assault a police officer and dive headfirst into the recycling bin?
Did I do all that?
Lord, I thought your father was dim.
No, really, I don't remember doing anything like that.
Je sais pas pourquoi il parle de kid.
Last thing I remember, I was showing that nice McFly kid my watch. Then, blam, I'm down here and you're yelling at me.
McFly? McFly.
Strickland.
Oh, hi, Martin.
Give me the tapes, Edna.
Mr. Tannen, please restrain our guest.
Biff, stop! Stop! Oh no. Come on, Biff, snap out of it. Ah!
Ouais, genre, on peut pas appuyer nous-mêmes sur la montre. Et attends, ces mains elles sont libres.
Come on, Biff.
Il y a des plaques d'immatriculation interdites.
Biff, isn't that the license plate to your car?
Sheila? Huh?
Tannen, focus. Look at all these unhappy faces on your father's videotape. Well, Citizen Plus will turn those frowns upside down in no time.
Je vois pas pourquoi ces trucs sont pas tout simplement détruits.
those your favorite cigars?
Cubans? What's going on?
Biff Howard Tannen, obey your programming. You see, Mr. McFly, thanks to the enhancements I've made to the Citizen Plus program, I can bring even the most rabid of dogs to heel. It's no use struggling, Mr. McFly. With his theta-amplified state, Mr. Tannen is more than a match for your youthful vigor.
Look, girly mags.
Boobies. Where am I?
Tannen, I didn't go behind my namby-pamby husband's back so you could wallow in your vices.
Ow.
Je sais pas si vous reconnaissez l'endroit. C'est assez amusant.
So much vice and disorder. And to think, Emmett actually wanted to shut down the X11 initiative.
Hey, look over there. It's beer.
Beer?
Tannen, listen to me.
Babes. Booze.
Il a été amené au pire endroit possible.
What the fuck? Mommy?
Tannen, get up, you useless slacker.
Come on, Edna, give the poor jerk a break.
A break? You sound like my wishy-washy husband, always trying to find the good in people, never wanting to accept the fact that some people are just born bad.
Maybe, but that doesn't give you the right to turn them into zombies. Now, give me my dad's tapes so I can...
You mean those tapes I erased while you were struggling with my zombie?
What? Come on.
Utopias are fragile things, Mr. McFly. Especially when overseen by minds as distractible as my husband's.
No. No.
Edna!
Doc?
Emmett, what are you doing here?
I came down here to investigate a troubling report involving Mr. Tannen.
Doc, you gotta stop her. She...
Silence!
Okay.
I was concerned there might be a flaw in my Citizen Plus program. Imagine my surprise when I found my wife perverting my life's work. Is this what it's all been about, Edna? All those years? All our struggles to cure society's illnesses? Just to create a world where free will can be turned off with a flick of a switch?
Oh, please, Emmett. You wanted this just as much as I did. Remember? If only we could tell someone to stay off the grass, and so help us, they would never tread foot on a well-manicured lawn again. That's what Citizen Plus does. It makes rules unbreakable. I only gave it the slight
Ouais, il n'y a pas tout dans les dialogues.
of changes.
Enough. We will not have this discussion here.
But...
Go home and wait for me.
Fine.
Doc.
Father, what have I done?
D'ailleurs, cette phrase qui le tutoie tout d'un coup.
Doc, don't be so hard on yourself. This Hill Valley may be a little messed up. Okay, a lot messed up, but you were just trying to help people.
Or was I just entranced by the challenge of transforming the human psyche like so many chemicals?
I'm sorry about Edna, Doc. She didn't seem so bad back in 1931.
No, she wasn't. When we were first dating, she was so spirited, principled, compassionate. When did I lose her?
Compatissante. Ah oui, remarque, elle est... L'association restée sobre.
I'm sure he wouldn't blame you for all this, Doc.
He was so happy when I gave up my childish dreams in favor of Edna's more practical pursuits. Are you proud of me now, Father? Enough wallowing. What's done is done. It's time to look forward.
Maybe, but maybe not.
What?
Your notebook from the other timeline.
Not this foolishness again.
Look, you can use it to repair the time machine and fix all this so it never happened. Everyone could be back the way they're supposed to be. You, Edna, Jennifer, my parents. Doc, you once told me if you put your mind to it, you could accomplish anything. Well, accomplish this.
There's a
Oh
lot.
là là, putain, comment ils se tournent les personnages. Ça a des robots. Bzz, bzz.
Of empty pages.
The only one you need is right here.
Ah oui. Ça c'est marrant. Je sais pas si le bonhomme est libre ou enchaîné en fait.
Martin, this could work. It'll take time, of course, but once it's done, we'll have all the time in the world. Ha ha!
Doc?
Martin, we must get started at once. Come on!
Can we bring Einie along?
The dog. Yes, of course. You know, I used to love dogs before Edna came along.
You don't say.
I'll go ahead and start preparing a lab. Edna will be furious, but who cares? We've got a time machine to fix.
Il y avait le panneau Kiss Ice Cream, je sais plus où. Donc en fait, ce lieu, bah, c'est le bar clandestin. Il est où le panneau là? On l'avait vu sur un plan. Bah merde alors. Tous les skateboards. Ouf.
X-ray specs, joy buzzers, trick gum. Classic. Why would anyone ban these?
Eh, j'ai des jeux vidéo quelque part.
I almost had him. Feels like I missed my chance somehow. Wild gunman. Nice to see that some things have changed in this messed up world.
Ah, c'est une borne d'arcade. Pas bien.
Beer. Maybe I could... Nah. Doc'll need me clear-headed to build his new time machine. I don't smoke, and I should really go get Einstein. In another timeline, all these pinball parts would probably be in Libya by now.
Libye, pourquoi en Libye? Enfin, je sais que ça fait référence aux Libyens du premier film, mais... Un peu ridicule d'ailleurs quand il parle. Ça a vieilli, hein.
I wonder how many times Biff's parked under manure in this timeline. There is a serious lack of privacy in this town.
Il y a des bonbons ici.
just find the one thing that hasn't changed in this timeline? Don't worry, Biff. Once I get back to 1931, you'll be back to Jerkville in no time. Nice boards. I should pick one up after I free Einstein. Beatles, Stones, Phil Collins. Edna took all the good stuff. Hey, maybe I'll grab a couple for the road after I get Einstein. Don't worry, boy. I'll get you out of here in no time. What is it, Einie?
McFly.
Hey, Biff. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Better than I've been in a long time, you know?
So you remember...
That witch making me do stuff? Yeah, she'll get what's coming to her. No one tells Biff Tannen what to do. No one.
Hey, I'm the guy who snapped you out of it.
Really? Because all I remember is a punk kid who thought it'd be funny to make me jump down a hole.
C'est pas normal qu'ils s'en souviennent de ça.
Is that supposed to scare me or something?
Down, Biff. Stay. All right.
McFly.
Oh, crap.
All right, McFly. Time to race the music.
Bass. It's bass the music, you idiot. Einstein?
Je me souviens jamais de ce qu'il faut faire exactement ici, mais...
Get him, Einie.
Si, la fin, je crois savoir ce que c'est, mais... Il va qu'à 2 endroits?
Get him, Einie. Einstein? Get him, Einie.
Je crois qu'il faut cliquer vite en fait.
Einstein?
À moins que... c'est bizarre, ça.
Get him, Einie. Einstein?
Oui, il peut m'aider, mais... Et ne t'alarme pas. Ok, alarme était un indice. Lorsque Biff se trouve près de la roulette, c'est le moment de jouer.
Get him, Einie. Einstein? Know any tricks, Einie? Get him, Einie. Einstein?
Ça se fait que... c'est bizarre ça.
hope I don't run out of rock. Tiny, stick him!
Ouais, comme ça ralentit Biff. Ok, c'est le moment.
Place your bets.
Oh. Qu'est-ce qui se fait assommer, Biff, dans ce jeu?
Doc, sorry I took so long. Biff came around and jumped me. I totally laid him out with the old
Martin McFly.
Edna?
It's almost impressive how many years of work and planning you nearly ruined in just a few short hours.
Where's
Doc? Doc, my husband is in a better place.
Better place? What have you done to him?
Relax, Martin. We've got everything under control.
Doc! No! Doc!
Elle a pas non plus interdit le film Orange Mécanique? Peut-être que si, mais ça l'a pas empêché de s'en inspirer. Donc effectivement, c'est ainsi que se termine cet épisode.
Here's
Voilà,
the
petit
real
teaser du
story.
projet.
I'm a Marty McFly from an alternate timeline.
Edna, why?
Because you're weak, Emmett.
Ouais, c'est pas traduit.
What can I say? She's my muse.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
You gotta believe me, Jennifer. This whole town's gone crazy, and Citizen Brown and I are the only ones who can fix it.
There is no future for us.
Here dans Back to the Future, the game, Double Vision. Je vais utiliser le titre français. Mais bref, en tout cas, prochain épisode mercredi ou jeudi soir, 20h30. Voilà. C'est assez intéressant la tournure que ça prend malgré tout. Malgré les petites erreurs ou quoi, ou le paradoxe temporel, tout ça. Un épisode que j'ai toujours trouvé assez fascinant. Bon là maintenant j'ai l'habitude, on va dire, hein, que je connais le jeu, mais c'est bon. Ah oui, sinon, je sais pas si ce soir et Max et compagnie feront un truc, mais moi normalement non parce que demain demain je serai faut que je sois frais et dispo. Voilà. J'aurais à faire demain, donc ce serait pas une bonne idée que je me couche tard ce soir quoi dans les... en principe moi je ferai pas de live. Voilà. Et si j'avais dit, mais ben non, enfin pas en live en tout cas, pas moi, rien de mes lives. Bref, toujours est-il que j'ai commencé à monter la vidéo non, la prochaine donc. Ça y est, j'ai enfin commencé ça hier. Vraiment qu'au début, hein, j'ai fait à peine l'intro. J'en suis à ce qui sert de l'écran titre de la vidéo. Je n'ai même pas encore tout à fait terminé. Mais voilà, je peaufine. J'essaye de m'arranger pour donner un rendu propre, on va dire. C'est un peu les limites. Enfin, vous voyez, hein, j'ai jeudi, là, j'ai refait l'habillage du live et aussi ce que j'ai travaillé, ça servira aussi pour les futures vidéos. Donc, côté j'ai l'impression qu'on voit le coup de temps en temps, mais j'ai bossé côté graphique, on va dire. Voilà. Quoi? Je n'avais plus rien à dire, donc il ne me reste plus qu'à vous dire une chose. Cordialement, bisous. Condition, ce serait mieux quand même, mais bref.